Have you been rejected or disappointed time and time again? Well, Colonel Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, did. But he took his failures and didn't just make lemonade, he made the world a better place. Hello, amazing viewers, it's me, Femina here. If this is a content you would be interested in, do subscribe and click the bell right away. Kentucky Fried Chicken is an American fast food restaurant chain that specializes in fried chicken. This company has been a part of American culture for nearly 5 decades. It's been so successful that it's estimated to have served over 20 billion pieces of fried chicken. Behind the freshness and the crunchiness of the chicken that we bite into are years of sweat and blood shed by Colonel Sanders. He was rejected 1009 times before successfully selling his Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. It doesn't matter whether you are 20 years old or 70. This success story has some powerful points to bring to the table to help you skyrocket your business. KFC was established by Colonel Harlan Sanders in 1952 in Utah. Following his father's death when he was only 6, his mother's work kept her away from home for extended periods, and the young colonel needed to learn to cook and care for his siblings. Because of financial issues, he dropped out of the school in 7th grade. Times were hard and money was tight. He joined a small cafe as a cook and dishwasher. In between, he joined the US Army for a year. After getting relieved, he got hired by the railway as a laborer. He later worked as an insurance agent, then sold tires, worked in lighting company, operated a ferry boat. During his work period at railway, he studied law as well. He faced fighting with his co-workers in many instances due to his ill-tempered behavior. Finally, in the year 1930, he joined a permanent job at a roadside gas station in the outskirts of North Corbin. He used to cook his recipes in his free time and sell them to people from his storehouse, which he had converted into a small restaurant. He developed what he called his original recipe, comprising of 11 herbs and spices, in July 1940 and cooked his chicken in a pressure cooker he invented to speed the frying process. In 1952, Colonel Sanders franchised his secret recipe, Kentucky Fried Chicken, for the first time. During this journey, he got a rejection from 1009 restaurants. He slept in back of his car quite often while visiting the restaurants to offer the franchise if the staff liked his chicken. He never gives up as he was confident about his unique recipe and its taste. By the year 1963, nearly 600 restaurants agreed to sell the recipe and Kentucky chicken, making it a brand. The franchise approach was a demand of the town. KFC was one of the first fast food chains to expand internationally, opening outlets in Canada and later in the UK, Mexico, and Jamaica by the mid-1960s. Overwhelmed by the growth of the company, aging Colonel Sanders sold the company in 1964 for $2 million. Colonel Sanders continued visiting Kentucky Fried Chicken locations and, as its brand ambassador, filmed many TV commercials and made personal appearances. His French white beard, white suit, and western string tie continue to symbolize delicious country fried chicken all over the world. Colonel Sanders died at the age of 90 years in December 16, 1980. Kentucky Fried Chicken continues to be a well-known franchise brand, currently ranking number 26 on Entrepreneur's Franchise 500 list and with more than 25,000 KFC restaurants in over 145 countries and territories around the world. Colonel Sanders obtained a patent protecting his method of pressure frying chicken in 1962 and trademarked the phrase "it's finger-licking good" in 1963. KFC's success is not just about the great quality and flavor of their food. Marketing and technology have been one of their ace cards since the early days of the 1950s. Retention of customers is higher in KFC, and it is one of the major reasons behind the success of KFC. Not only was his cooking technique unique, but the recipe he used was in itself quite interesting. KFC boasts of a secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices that is responsible for its worldwide fame. No other fast food company has unique taste of chicken that KFC has. Colonel Sanders originally prepared his chicken in an iron skillet, but soon realized that it was not efficient in a restaurant setting. Determined to reduce the waiting time of customers, he adopted the usage of pressure fryer. The only way to gain an edge over your opponents is to try out something different. The real Colonel Sanders was an entrepreneur who didn't become a professional chef until he was 40, didn't franchise Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 62, and didn't become an icon until after he sold his company at 75. Age is just a number when you're aiming for success. If you're overwhelmed by rejection or discouraged by setbacks, remember the story of Colonel Harlan Sanders. Fired from multiple jobs, ruined his legal career, was set back by the Great Depression and World War II, yet still created one of the largest fast food chains in the world. See you in another video. Bye bye.